Well, hello all and welcome back. So join me on this freezing cold day. It's 6 degrees, a little bit windy. I've come to this spot today. It's a bit of a drive from where I'm staying, but I've come here because of there's a forest here and there's a lot of woodland around here, and it's going to be great for some photography. So that's what we're going to do. So this is my kit. Got a bit of stuff in here. This is my other action camera. So I've got my X-T3 here, I've got my X-T4 that I'll use for a bit of video, my 100 and 400 which I'm most likely going to use today, got a 60mm in there, I've got a 12mm, 16 to AC, 23mm and a 10 to 24mm. My filters, which I absolutely love, it's so nice to be out using those again. Yeah, so I've got my lovely thick duck down jacket that I got in Albany in Western Australia. I've got another banana that I'm going to have, put that potassium and a bit of food in me. I'm going to take possibly some food with me, pack my jet boil as well. Okay, now we're all loaded. Got tripods, first aid kit, PLB. No idea where I'm going. I don't plan on doing much walking today. I don't want to go too far. Actually, what is... There's a few trails. And Peaks Pass. Oh, I don't know which one to go for. Everywhere I look, there's photographic opportunities. I'm not used to that. Also, I was thinking like last night, what am I going to do on this channel? Because there's not always going to be times when I just want to do photography. So I was also thinking, why not do some hiking? And I've got the gear. The thing is, I could just bring like a small camera setup. Oh, it's so nice to hear like the little waterfalls or rivers. I wish I brought my gaiters with me. I left them at home. I forgot to pack them. It would have been great against the brambles. Will catch on my jeans and rip them. I've had that happen when I was caught up my friend Brian White in Australia. We went to York and I was testing out a film camera I was looking to buy, and I caught it on a fence and it just ripped. So I wish I had my gaiters, because I would walk through this scene here. All of this stuff I could walk through. Let's see. Oh, it's too dense. I'm not so sure about this one. I think I might go the other way. And there is another trail which was near the car. I went, instead of going out my car and then, you know, exiting the car door, going in the back of my car and turning left like we did. Should have turned right. And we just walked us through another nice little track. Actually, let's have a look. What's over there? I hear the noise and I just want to see what it is. Oh yeah, I might be able to do something here. If I could get into it, that is. Oh. Nice little scene down there, I think. There's some ferns in there. Yeah, let's have a go at this. Looking through the camera, I'm not too sure about this, but I might have to come a bit closer. I'm going to play around with it, see what works, get a photo, and share it with you. So what I'm going to do for this, I think, is I'm going to shoot from here. I'm not going to shoot from back over there. And I'll get the ferns. I'll keep these branches in shot. I don't know if it's going to add anything. I think it's going to subtract. I'm not too sure. It's hard to say. so I put my 12mm Samyang lens on, and we're going to have a go at taking this photograph. I thought I was going to be able to get away with using my 23mm lens, but it was just too tight. I want to show a bit more of the scene, so we're going to go with this lens. And since I used it in the Yorkshire Dales last time, I know the image quality from this is actually pretty decent. Yeah, I'll go and clean up the scene. Knowing my luck, I'll probably end up in the stream. Hopefully not. Hopefully we don't knock over any cameras. Sorry about that, it hurt me just as much to do it, but the tree is not alive, remember that. So it was eventually going to break off anyway. Oh yeah, that looks a heck of a lot better. And that tree now actually looks really good in the scene. Let me just see what it looked like before. Wow, it looked just really busy. Now it looks refined. Oh, that's beautiful. I've just taken out my ND filter, it's not needed, it's quite dark as it is, it's quite a dark scene, and we've just got the polarizer in there which gives us 1.5 stop in reduction in light, and we've got our lowest ISO of 80. I love using this X-T3, it's my main camera. Just in case I didn't say what I was doing with my camera, because I was just sort of lost in the moment really. With the filters, so I removed, you know, the ND filter, and then I just left in my polarizer, and then I was adjusting the scene accordingly to get rid of the reflections where I didn't want them to be, and also to enhance the greens. Now, I did have some motion going on with the ferns blowing in the background, and I didn't want that. So I really sort of sped up my shutter speed to about half a second and then a little bit quicker. And since the stream is fast flowing, you don't need a really slow shutter speed to show the movement. And I also want to retain some of the details in that movement as well. Otherwise it will just wash all the way out. You know, I think it's time we head off, pack all this gear up and make our way down into the valley and away from the mountain. We're all packed, everything's loaded, backpack is on, and we're going to make our way out of here. Hopefully I don't slip on the way out because it is a bit, yeah, like this. And I'm holding my camera as well. It's hard to see where the cracks are in the rock where I've got the grip. Getting busy around here. I'm not used to it. I'm used to going to places and it being dead. I've got to get used. Oh man. But this is the spot I was talking about where I should have probably gone. I don't actually know where it goes. Oh, it might not even take me where I want to go. But I'm not sure if it's farmland I'm going to go onto. How do I open this gate? Little cool thing. Absolutely beautiful. Nice little scene, isn't it? Got the lovely tree here. The little outbuilding there, I'm not sure what that's being used. So we're going up here. Yeah, I was hoping I'd go that way, but I can't. There's no public access. That's a shame. I don't think there's any access really for the public through there. That's a real shame. I'm not used to these restrictions, but mind you, in Australia, you go out to the wheat belt, farmer's land, you can't walk on. You make a farmer very angry. At least here, you know, there's common ground where you can go through. Like up there. I still can't believe I'm here. I really can't. It feels unreal. At the gate. Lake District National Park. Oh, it's dark. Sounds like there's another waterfall through here. Can you hear that? Oh, there is. Wow. Yeah, we can't get down safely for that one. Remember when I was talking about my video, I think when I was at Jasmine Park, I think it was? I was saying, like, in Australia, how when I was talking about my series, like moving from Australia to England, and I said how I didn't have waterfalls in Australia, and some people said, oh, where were you living? You know, there are waterfalls in Australia. Not where I was, you know, in Perth, Western Australia, unless you drove for hundreds of kilometres to find them. Here, we have an abundance of them. But yeah, oh, it's just so nice, and all the greenery, the moss. You know what, I think this waterfall is better. This one right here. Now, there is a bit of a slope to get down to it, which is here. Yeah, we're going to give it a go. So I'll show you what I'm going to walk down. So yeah, we're going to walk down here and set up somewhere down at the base there and capture those lovely falls. That log is just so tempting. Alright, so we made it down. It wasn't too bad, to be honest. My boots have got a lot of grip. But yeah, this waterfall is stunning. Oh, it's so nice. So much better than the little waterfall we had earlier. I didn't know this was here. I honestly didn't. So I'll probably shoot with my 35mm or my 35 equivalent lens, which is my 23mm lens, and it's just going to be perfect for this scene. Oh, I love it. I really love it. Okay, so I found a little spot for you while I'm setting up. You're going to be over there. Yeah, this is beautiful. Really nice. Maybe I might see the Samyang lens, I don't know. I'm going to have to work this one out. But I'm going to put you over here for now while I get this composition, or get everything sort of framed up. You alright? You can see? Perfect. Just actually straighten you up a little bit, look a little. There we go. Lens on my camera. I put it on after I finish at the other spot. I think this will work. Not sure actually now. Yeah, I think I might go back to the Samyang. Let's see what 12mm looks like. Oh, that's better. It is a bit wide, but it works. And I can always crop it in later on. You might have noticed I'm using a different ball head to the one I would normally use on this tripod. The reason being is I put it on my tripod yesterday morning before I left to come on this trip, and it was binding. I couldn't work out why. I tried to lube it up and free it up, it was just kept binding, so it looks like I'm going to be buying a new ball head. It was fine when I left Australia, but when it got here, it no longer works. It's just bizarre. Trying to work out what I'll need actually. Let's have a look at what the camera's saying. I think I'm going to go with my... Yeah, I'm trying to work out what filters I've got. 15, 10, 6, 3. Yeah, I do have a 2. So this is my 2 stop. Bit dusty. I need more hands. Put that in there. Grab our polarizing filter. Don't be fooled. I'm not using NISI filters. In case you're going, oh, he's using NISI filters. I use NISI filters. They're not NISI. I like the pouch, and that's the reason why I use it. It allows me to have all the filters that I have, or some of them anyway. I've still got more in the bag. But I've got nice easy access, so I can have the big filters, and yeah, it's just nice. And it's well padded. So all our filters are on there. Let's see what that gives us. So we go 80 ISO. Yeah, that brings us to what we want. Oh, this is so nice. Oh, jeez. I think a 16:9. It sort of allows me to clean up the foreground and the sky and just go for a nice strip. We'll keep F13 still. I am really surprised how good this lens is. I bought it mainly for video when I'm shooting in really low light. But this does the job really nicely. That water is blowing out though. Self timer again. 2 seconds. Yeah, the water on the display looks like, yeah, it's actually blowing out. I'll have to wait until the sun goes away behind some clouds and then get the photo. Because it's just catching the light too much. I'll get it now. love to go further over, but I worry I'll slip and fall. What a lovely day though, eh? I didn't plan on doing any waterfalls today. I was actually going to do a woodland. That didn't pan out. Yeah, while I was walking around here, it is lovely and I do like being here. It'd be nice to bring other people around. And it made me realise that I need to make things happen quickly, sooner. Because I just want to bring people out and get them to have some fun. It'd be nice to have some other people down here with me. A lot of my photography I'm not shooting with others. I've got the experience, I've got the knowledge, so why not do so? And that's what we'll be doing. So hopefully you'll join me on some workshops in the future and we get out, take some nice photos. Just showing you my composition here. And yeah, have some fun, eh? Create some memories, have a laugh. You know what I wish I'd brought with me? I think we're going to have to come back here again. It's my slider and getting some footage and doing some time lapses. I want to do some of that. I'll probably use this camera. Yeah, I'm going to keep taking some photos. I'll pop them up on the screen for you. Well, that's the end of today's video. I do hope you've enjoyed it. It's been good, definitely interesting. I'm wondering how I'm going to edit this video because it's been, yeah, a bit frantic to be honest. I'm in a new place that I've never been to before and getting used to a setup that I haven't used in ages and using my f-stop bag that I complained about when I was in Oz, but now I'm absolutely loving it. It's working out so well for me. I can take everything I need. I've got my jet boil right here, which I'm going to have a nice peppermint tea. I'm going to sit out on these rocks right here, enjoy the view and enjoy the sounds, and knowing that I live here now. I live in England and I've got this available to me, which I didn't have. You know what I'd love to do one day? Is get a kayak and paddle out on a lake one day and maybe camp on an island in the middle of it. I know people have done it before me, and most likely people will do it after me, but I want to experience it myself. So yeah, I'll use my jet boil right here, make a nice cup of tea. I've had this for 5 years now. I think it still works. I haven't actually fired it up since I left Australia, so it'd be interesting to see if this thing still works, because it lets you know when it gets nice and hot. Oh yeah, here comes the rain. There's a passing shower. It's so soothing here. I'm the only one here. Everyone else is on the other trails on the other side. But I'll come back here, I think, on another day. Just with bringing my long lens, we'll drive around and take some photos. Unfortunately, I can't get footage of me in the car because I forgot the mount. I forgot the adapter that I need for my action camera to my suction mount. Anyway, I'll see all of you in the next one. No idea where I'll be, but I'm sure it'll be wonderful. Lovely. You know what? I might get out with a long lens. Or I'll leave it and just enjoy. It's not always about taking photos. This place is not going anywhere, and neither am I. Beautiful.